13 Frugal living tips that actually work. Living frugally will entail living as simply as possible, and for some of us right now, we have many reasons why we want to. It could help you save up for something, or you are just looking for a complete change and life overhaul to save energy, money, and time. Here are 13 practical, frugal living tips that are doable for everyone, from a student saving up for college or a young couple looking to save for their home and retirement. 13. Rent rather than own. The novelty of owning a home has been embedded in many of us. Still, with rising prices and the unstable economy, it is not cost-efficient to do so, making a case for renting the most practical thing for people looking to save money. One of the things that renters don't worry about is repairs. This fact limits stress and expenses for renters, since this money can be saved for a potential emergency fund. Aside from that, other benefits for renters will include no renovations for upkeep. No mortgage debt to pay will also be a benefit, coupled with more flexibility to move around when time and circumstance allow it. 12. Live close to work. Renting a home close to work will offer a lot of benefits. Some of these are its costs related to transportation like fuel, maintenance, tire wear, and fare costs. But there is one thing that living close to work will cut. That is time. Humans often overvalue money over time without knowing that time is one of the most valuable assets that has a price. One aspect where time is an obvious asset is commuting. The average person spends around 325 hours every year commuting, and if that is divided into 9 total work hours, that is approximately 40-hour workweeks. If a person is working with a pay of $40 every hour, that is around $13,000 lost because of commuting time. Deciding to stay close to home and work will also benefit a person's well-being, since it will influence free time in the future. 11. Be what you eat. One big part of being frugal is owning a small number of quality things that will help bring value to a person's life, including quality food that we put in our bodies. There is a difference between living frugally and cheap. This comes to the fore when considering food for sustenance. Sometimes buying cheap foods will cost us to buy a lot of low-quality food versus buying frugally and opting for quality goods in a limited quantity that is sure to sustain and support nutrition. Sustaining and supporting nutrition will also lessen the risk of needing medication and hospitalization, since there is less risk of catching a disease or developing lifelong illnesses. This is because healthy food choices also translate to a strong immune system. Health really is wealth in the long run. 10. Think about your subscriptions. From gym membership that we were coerced to subscribe to, or the many video streaming services waiting for us every night, or meal delivery budgets, assess everything. Although these things are available to make life easier for many of us, there is always a catch and temptation, and sometimes we forget about automated services. This makes us pay for things that we rarely even use, like that gym membership that has been dormant for a couple of months. These small amounts pile up, and this excess could have been money used for other investments or even the start of building an emergency fund. This is also the case for automatic payments. Sometimes, we miss unexpected and incorrect charges to most cell phone and internet bills. This makes paying manually the greatest option if you are trying to live frugally. 9. Think before each purchase. Everything in the world is set up to make it harder for us to limit impulse purchases, and it is up to us to control our urges. But if we make that choice of living frugally and not giving in to temptations, then we will build a good finance habit that will benefit us in the long run. Most purchases today are made online. Simply disabling many features like one-click ordering will make us think about our purchase twice before checking out. The first thing to do is follow the 7-day rule for any purchase, might it be cheap or a splurge. If this purchase is purely impulsed, the desire for the items will subside within that time frame. Another drastic thing is choosing to eliminate the credit card in your wallet to stop impulse purchases. Although this can be hard to do, it can be done to save in the long run. 8. Plan, 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 and plan. Another foolproof frugal living tip is to think about the future or long term. If you are saving up for something or are building up an emergency fund, one question to ask yourself is whether something is worth it before buying it. Will it benefit the thing I am saving for? Will it benefit me in the long run? This thought reframing will do wonders and affect your financial goals' benefit in the long run. If you have a family, it's best to talk things over and decide where to save and cut, because if all have one goal, everyone will be more motivated and on board to try to live as frugally as possible. 7. Save on utilities, save money. The most doable of the tips in this list is saving on utilities. Some things practiced daily become habits, and saving on utility by doing little things around the house helps in living frugally, but it also benefits the environment. Little things can be done, like turning off and unplugging electronics not in use, or switching light bulbs to energy and cost-efficient LED bulbs. You can lower your water bill by not leaving the water running, whether washing the dishes or showering. Little things like these will affect utility bills in the long run and help create good and responsible habits. 6. Opt for cash rather than credit. We tend to buy stuff with the money we don't have by using a credit card. With everything accruing in the long run, the interest we are paying will not be worth it, especially if the item is eaten or broken already. The key to ensuring that you are not paying any credit card debt is by committing to pay for everything in cash. With this, you might be thoughtful and think twice before your purchase. 5. Build an emergency fund.